Hi guys, hope you have watched my previous videos explains about the UFT overview. Today we are going to learn about object identification mechanism used in UFT. 90% of the interview will have a question from this session. So make sure you understood this object identification mechanism clearly. Basically, UFT is an object-based testing tool. So we must know about the OOPS concept. First, what is an object? Look around right now and you will find many examples of real world objects. Your car, bike, laptop, TV, like that. So the real world object shares two characteristics. They all have state and behavior. I am saying it again, state and behavior. For example, car have a state like steering wheel, mirrors, four wheels, doors, etc. and a behavior like accelerating, braking, slowing down and changing the gears like that. So a software maintains its state in variables and implements its behavior with methods. So the object is defined as software bundle of variable and related methods. Hope you got an idea about object. Now what are all classes? In the real world you often have many objects of same kind. For example, your car is just one of the many cars in the world. Using object terminology, we can say that your car object is an instance of the class of objects known as cars. Cars have same state and behavior in common. However, each car's state is independent of and can be different from other cars. When building cars, manufacturers take advantage of fact that cars share same characteristic. So by building many cars from the same blueprint, because it would be very inefficient to produce a new blueprint for every individual car they manufactured. Similarly, in object-oriented software, it is also possible to have many objects of same kind that share common characteristics. Like the car manufacturer, you can create a blueprint for those objects. So a class is defined as a blueprint or a prototype that defines the variables and methods common to all objects of certain kind. Now let us see how UFT identifies the object with an example. Here you can able to see the car parking building. I have parked my car here. Now you want to take my car from this building. What are all the possible questions from you to identify my car easily? I am saying my car number. Okay, if I am giving my car number alone, is it possible for you to identify my car? Yes, you can able to identify car, but it takes time for you to find because you have to go and search floor by floor. So the first priority question will be which floor I have parked my car. Fine, I said I have parked my car at the third floor. Then you went to the third floor. Then what will be the next question from you? What is the manufacturer or model of the car? Fine, I said it's Audi car. After going there, you can able to see many Audi cars are parked together. Now, what will be your next question? It is color of the car. I am saying it's a gray color, but unfortunately you can able to see a two gray color car. From the left, the second and fourth color car having the same color, same model, same manufacturer. Now what will be your next question so that you can confirm which is my car? It's nothing but the number plate. Here the number plate is the unique value. Each car has its own unique value. Here car is the object. Same way UFT identify the object in the hierarchical way with the help of unique value. So here the unique value like number plate is known as mandatory property, and with the help of other property values like color, manufacturer, model, these are all known as assistive property. So the UFT identify the object with the help of mandatory and assistive property in the hierarchical way. Now you can able to see the flow chart of UFT object identification mechanism. The first one is a description property. The description property is nothing but mandatory and the assistive property. In addition to that, we have a visual relation identifier, smart identification, ordinal identifier, which will be explained in the upcoming session. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.